many of us know Gisela from her incredibly articulate and insightful interventions over the recent years in all kinds of matters and fora related to REDD. Gisela will talk to us from the country perspective about what are the real needs from the country level and how the wider UN system is responding and how we might even be able to do more. So please, Gisela.
Thank you. First, I would like to thank the invitation to share our perspective. The first thing is I'm very happy to be here with Victoria on my right side, representing Indigenous peoples. I believe that's the right way to go. And it's kind of first signal that there have been some changes in the way that we're dealing with things in this process. What I would like to share with you is first, I could perceive that there's a lot of worrisome about how this process is going. It's important for us to understand that nothing has been decided. We, our parties, are discussing different ways of doing things, and that is why this readiness process is so important for us to really understand what are the benefits, the costs, and the potential problems that a potential REDD mechanism could bring to the countries, to Indigenous peoples, and other important actors in the process. So in that case, I just wanted to also explain that being Bolivia part of these both mechanisms, at this moment, we just have submitted an RFP, which is a note, an idea on what is the state of forest in our country, which is very standard information. And what we have got in terms of funding is just $200,000. That's it. I mean, I've heard that everybody's saying that we have all the funding, but we don't. What I'm saying is that this is where we are now. With that amount of money, we are just going to start a process of analysis together with all the important actors, especially the Indigenous peoples, and how and if a potential REDD mechanism could be part of this process, and what would be the important issues of its implementation. We have, of course, some ideas. The process is going in some directions, but I do believe that we need to focus very much on this process in order to understand all of the implications. So I just wanted to share some of the core values that our country is using in order to understand more the implementation of a potential REDD mechanism. First, we need to establish an equitable participation of all relevant people and to establish a coordination mechanism. That's not going to work only for one thing, but a coordination mechanism that is going to prevail with all sectors that are involved. Just to take an example, we have developed a technical committee and a political committee that are dealing day to day with the process of REDD. We have had to involve the indigenous sector, and we are working on trying to make more effective and long-term coordination mechanisms with them in order to make them involved in the process. We have read many of, I really don't like this word, consultation. We don't think that consultation is enough. We think that involvement is the right word. We want to work together, discuss together, and understand better what would be the best way to implement this mechanism. Other thing that is very important is, for us, is that in the case of Bolivia, the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People has a status of law. So in that sense, we'll be following closely what they think is important. But we're worried that this is not the case for all parties and in other countries. So in that sense, we think that it's important to be part of all of this process in order to inform them that it's important that other countries also take very close consideration on this UN declaration. And the other very important thing is that this REDD mechanism should support our national development plan. This is one of the most important issues. We are not here for developing projects. If this is going to support a national development plan that is going to support us implement activities and programs on the ground that is going to create income generation activities for all our people in a fair and right way, this has to be done in a more integrative way. So if this is going to work, it's going to be part of our national development plan. Another important thing is that there is the need for an international coordination for all of the sources of funding that may come to the country. You, at this time, are seeing both of them, more organized forms of funding that countries are looking into, but there are many other sources of funding that will come through NGOs, foundations, even private funding. And I do believe that governments needs to have a coordination mechanism to include all of these and to focus the use of them and the implementation in the right way. Also, we are at the moment developing some technical information in order to better understand the potential benefits or costs of this mechanism. And I just want to share a little bit of that first group of studies that we are doing. We wanted to understand first what are the opportunity costs of land use change, but not only that, because I just wanted to share if rural communities using the land in order to provide only for food for subsistence, of course that cost will be very low, but that is not our goal. We want to improve the livelihood of this community. So only